welcome to another week of Cash Flow Mondays. My name is Courtney-Ann. I am a 22-year-old Jamaican and I am a serial entrepreneur. My current business initiatives involve e-commerce, investing, and also the beauty industry. This week we're going to talk about 10 online jobs that absolutely no one is talking about. So before I get into the video, I do want to put it out there that neither of these jobs require a degree or any form of serious certification. In fact, some of them do not require any certification at all. And these are all jobs you can do from the comfort of your home as long as you have a computer and working Wi-Fi. So job number 10 is actually proofreading, guys. So if you're the type of person who spots every grammatical error, every typo, every incorrect structure, you might want to consider a career in proofreading articles, website content, transcripts, and also newspaper publishings by big or small companies. And you can actually earn money by proofreading their documents prior to them being published. And it's a pretty good way to earn money if you're that type of person, again, who spots every single mistake. So you can utilize those two eyes that God gave you. The starting price that I saw based on my research, or I should say starting pay, is actually $17.50 per hour, which is a pretty good hourly rate, both if you're living in the United States of America and in other countries. For example, in my country, that is a pretty good hourly rate. A lot of us out here do not actually make that amount of money per hour. So $17.50 is actually pretty good, considering that you do not have to commute to work, you don't have to pay for transportation, you don't have to get up and go anywhere, you don't have to sit in an office all day, you don't have to buy lunch while you're on the road. All you need to do is stay home as long as you have properly working Wi-Fi and a computer or phone or iPad. Job number 9 is to practice transcription. Now, if you're not sure what transcription is when you actually listen to the recording of a session, a court hearing, a speech, or a presentation, and you actually put it into written format. Now, a lot of companies are on high demand for this job simply because they don't have time to write down every single thing that was said in a meeting, every single thing that was said in a business proposal. So transcribers are in high demand. Currently, I am seeing at minimum $15 to maximum $25 per hour. Now I'm gonna leave a picture so you can screenshot in the next few seconds how to get started. Now for job number 8, I am actually going to read it to you simply because I don't want to confuse the different tasks that are required for this job, and that is actually to be a virtual assistant. So being a virtual assistant means that you get paid to use the organization and communication skills you've developed to stay on top of schoolwork, projects, or assignments of another person. So if you're a type of person who is extremely organized, you're extremely great at scheduling, you're extremely great at developing reminders, you may consider a job in being a virtual assistant. Now, the very fact that the word virtual is in this job means that it is strictly over the internet and does not require your physical presence with your client. Now, I wanted to read this here for you. It says that virtual assistant jobs vary in both pay, hours, and the actual workload that you receive. So based on the client that you have or the level of work that you will receive, you would want to negotiate the type of pay that you receive. But at minimum, I am seeing $10 to $20 per hour. Now, being a virtual assistant both includes data entry, social media management, website maintenance, and customer service. I do have an assistant. She may not be a virtual assistant, but for her task may include phone calls and also managing my emails. So I just want to add that in there also. So that is being a virtual assistant. I think it's a really good job, especially if you're in college. If you are great at time management and organization, there are people like me who we're not necessarily unorganized, but we do have a lot of things to do, and we can't give our attention to every single project or every single assignment. And so Job number 7 is to be a data entry clerk. Now, this is not necessarily the hardest job, and so it's not the best paying job, but it does require you to have a stable internet connection and a computer. Now, a data entry job is if you were to transfer physical documents into maybe an online database, or if they have a current online database that they want to transfer to a new database, that company may require you to enter that data for them. This is mostly common with companies that practice accounting, practice a lot of emails or letters, and they want to just upload everything onto one system. Now, the starting price for this, I am seeing $9 to at maximum $16 per hour. Again, I'm gonna leave a picture so you can screenshot the ways and means that you can get started, or a few of the platforms that you can actually go on to become a data entry clerk online. Now, job number 6, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated jobs that you can possibly do online, and that is to be a resume writer. Now, as you know, tons and tons of people graduate high school, graduate university on a yearly basis, and these people need jobs. Now, it's not that they don't know how to write their own resume, but from my experience with hiring people, a lot of companies actually don't go through with your resume simply because of how it's set up, simply because of how it's organized. The color scheme is off, you may have too many words, and that is why you need the help of a resume writer. I actually have a friend who does this currently in Jamaica, and he's gotten pretty good feedback off of his resumes that he's done for people, and they've actually gotten jobs after having their resume receive a facelift. Now, the starting price for a resume writer online that I am seeing based on my research, again, these are not accurate figures, it is based on the negotiation between you and your potential client. I am seeing $15 to $25 per hour. Now, again, these are pretty good rates, considering that you do not have to transport yourself to work, you do not have to spend money on lunch outside of your house and gas and all of that. Now, job number 5 is a highly overrated and overlooked job, and that is to be a search engine evaluator. Now, if you are computer savvy, which I am not, but if you like that sort of thing, companies like Google or Bing actually pay people to evaluate their search engine so that they can constantly improve their algorithms to ensure that the platforms are more user-friendly, that the user interface is presentable. If you notice, Google really has improved on their homepage, especially when it comes on to major events like Black History Month, Valentine's Day, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and other major events that are celebrated internationally. You will notice that their homepage is adjusted accordingly, and that is because they use search engine evaluator. Now, a search engine evaluator makes at least $12 to $15 per hour, and basically you would be one of those people who fills out feedback forms and lets them know what they need to do in order to improve their user interface. Now, you can find jobs on websites to be a search engine evaluator on sites like Leapforce and Lionbridge. I didn't leave a picture so you can screenshot simply because it's just 2 sites, so I'm just gonna leave them here. Number 4, my loves, is to be a graphic designer. Now, again, if you're in college, this is probably one of the best side hustles that you can have. If you want to turn it into a full-time career, you can also do so. A graphic designer creates or edits pictures, flyers, video, motion pictures, etc. And of course, if we're going to talk about graphic designer, we have to talk about the #1 platform that facilitates creatives to connect with their clients, and that is Fiverr. Now, Fiverr is an online marketplace for freelance services, and basically you can literally just sign up, advertise your services, and receive clients from literally on the other side of the world. Now, of course, Fiverr takes a small commission. It's absolutely reasonable, guys. I did do my research, but you can go and calculate it if you want and see if it's the best decision for you. But once you provide great customer service and also quality projects, referrals are almost automatic. Job number 3 is actually to be an online fitness trainer. Now, it's similar to being a gym instructor, but you actually train and provide fitness advice to your clients online. Now, I'm not really an expert at this. You have different types of services that online fitness trainers offer. So some trainers actually have a video session, while some trainers actually use apps where they leave the type of workouts that you're supposed to do, they leave the type of food that you're supposed to eat. They're absolutely great for persons who do not have time to come into the gym, and for trainers that probably want to manage more than one client at a time. So you might want to consider that if you're a lover of fitness, if you are great at motivating and training people, because that is very key with training anyone at all to get up and exercise, you might want to consider a career in online fitness training. Based on my research, I did not see an hourly rate. However, at minimum, I did see that online fitness trainers make at least $1,200 per month. But again, it's based on the amount of clients that you receive and how much you both are willing to negotiate. So we're almost at the end of our video, guys, and if you're liking the content so far, feel free to give this video a thumbs up or to also subscribe. So we're gonna get into job number 2, and that is to actually be a copywriter. Now, I've listened to several podcasts from business people that I admire, and all of them have agreed that copywriters are probably one of the most overlooked careers or jobs that you can actually venture into, and it requires little to no certification. Now, let me read something here. It says copywriters are responsible for generating the words, slogan, audio scripts that most companies or advertising agencies use. Now, if you notice, a lot of these restaurants, for example, Burger King, have it your way. In Jamaica, we have a slogan for KFC that says finger licking good. These things are actually made by copywriters. So, for example, if another company were to use finger licking good, gonna catch a lawsuit there. But it's basically to have creative sentences or slogans that are memorable and that are actually suitable for your business and your business only. Now, this involves talking about the client's core message and also connecting with their target audience based on the type of words that you involve in their advertisement. And also, I have here, it says brainstorming visual and copyrighted ideas with other members of the creative team for the advertising agency, and also writing and presenting a few options to clients, and also modifying copies until the client is satisfied. Now, you can also go on Fiverr to advertise said services. You can go on sites like Upwork, you can go on LinkedIn, or you can go on weworkremotely.com. Now let's talk about the final job, and that is job number 1. Job number 1 is to be a social media manager. Now, as we know, brick and mortar is not necessarily dying, but it's becoming less common, and more businesses are capitalizing on social media platforms. Of course, not everyone is able to manage their pages effectively as they would. Not everyone is an expert at posting creative content, posting creative color schemes, or posting in a way that appeals to their audience. And so they might need the services of a social media manager. Now, a social media manager is someone who obviously runs the page for you, but not just runs the page for you, but posts content in a way that appeals to your target audience. It appeals to their emotions. They know how to write captions that are actually very capturing. It catches your attention. It pushes you to buy. It helps your page to actually look more neat, more organized, and more color coordinated. Now, with that said, obviously, with all of those factors combined, you're bound to get a higher following, you're bound to get higher traffic, and also it allows you to interact with your customers on a more personal level. So if you're someone who is absolutely a big lover of social media, all of those qualities match you, you might want to consider a career in social media management. This is a growing job. I can't give you a starting figure right now simply because it is negotiable based on how good your talents are. Now, you can advertise your services on LinkedIn. You can advertise your services on the same social media like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, or TikTok, which is a growing brand. It's a growing company. And you can also put it out there that you're offering these services. You're young, you know what is needed, you know the trends, you know the type of pictures that clients are looking for, and so companies will grab you up just like that. That is the end of our video, guys. I am so happy that you made it to the end of this video. If you made it to the end of this video, comment Casual Mondays below in the comments. And again, tell me what you'd like to discuss in the following weeks, the upcoming weeks. I'm looking for fruitful discussions, fruitful topics that we can all relate to as young persons or even older persons if you're watching this, and that can genuinely help people to find easier ways to make money than the typical 9-to-5. Not saying a 9-to-5 is a bad idea, but it's not the only way to become successful out there. So thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.